And let's talk more about this bitter cold and how people who are experiencing homelessness can cope with these extreme temperatures. Cliff Wiebe is the Executive Director of the Salvation Army in Calgary. And Cliff, thank you very much for joining us this morning.
Good morning, Roger.
It is a challenging time right now for groups like yourself. How is this weather having an impact on people who are homeless?
Absolutely. It's actually just very dangerous out there. And people who are living on the streets, experiencing homelessness, just need to get inside. Now, in Calgary, we do have spaces available for them, and we have warming centers throughout the city to try to help with this.
What is the big, I mean, obviously the cold weather, but what's the big concern that some of these people will not want to come inside? They're fearful of shelters and things like that?
Yeah, they might be in terms of the shelters. We have different shelters to support different kinds of people. So people might be using or kind of feeling unsafe. We have dry shelters and shelters where people can use in Calgary. And so we do have choices, even at the Salvation Army. We have a dry shelter, and we've just added more beds to accommodate those types of people who need that extra support.
Is it worrisome the fact that you do have space at the shelters right now? Are you concerned that people are choosing to stay out there?
No, you know what? In the last day or so, Roger, we've heard of more. Those beds are getting depleted, and we are just simply adding more beds onto our shelter system right now.
So the people who are out there are recognizing that they need to get in out of this.
Absolutely. And we also have our warming stations. Salvation Army runs a mobile warming station that goes to different sites throughout Calgary 7 days a week. And we're out there all weekend. We'll be out there today, and we'll be there for people who just need to warm up, get some hot chocolate, coffee, sandwiches, soup, and somebody to help them. Also, Calgary Public Transit, they have buses going between these warming sites to help people get back into the shelters to get warm.
And I imagine you have outreach people out there as well, trying to get these people to come in. What's it like trying to
Absolutely.
convince them?
Well, we just go and find out how they are, where they're at. We have warm clothes for them. We have, again, warm food. And we're just out there doing the best we can to help people, survive basically and get through this time.
And it must be difficult. We're looking at some images of the encampments. For many of these people, this is their home, and they might not want to leave them.
Correct. On a weekend like this, and when it's so cold, if they don't want to leave those encampments, they stay there, and we go to them and help them however we can. Just getting through this weather.
And how are you helping them out if they're choosing to stay out there?
Yeah, just with warm clothes, warm food, coffee, anything warm that we can give them. Sometimes people they'll get wet socks, wet boots, so we want to get them dry socks, dry boots, dry clothes. That's huge. Plus food and extra blankets and clothes, anything that can help them, stay warm and survive. That's what we're doing right now.
And how can people help you? Do you need volunteers? Do you need donations?
Really, warm clothing at any one of the sites, any agency, I will say, that's helping people experiencing homelessness. If the public wants to drop off like toques, winter coats, socks, boots, anything, mitts, gloves, anything to help people keep warm, that's what we need right now.
Okay, Cliff Wiebe, our Executive Director of the Salvation Army Calgary, thank you for joining us today.